Hello everyone, this is going to be episode number 16 of the 7 Ahmed podcast, and today we're going to talk about mentality. Why you need a good mentality and how it's going to help you with pretty much anything. Mentality is one of the most important things, and perception is reality. How you see things is what will basically make your reality. So, first, let's start with what is mentality? What does mentality mean to you, Seb?
Mm, a certain way of thinking about pretty much everything in life, uh, in a certain way, basically. How you view things.
Yeah,
That's how at least it's for me.
how you view things and how you perceive things, because you can view things in many different ways, and there are some ways that make sense and some ways that don't make sense, some ways that benefit you and some that don't. If you view things as, okay, I have this disadvantage, this thing works against me, this thing is not going to help me, other people are going to say this about me. If you take that mentality, with that mentality, you're not going to do anything and you're not going to achieve anything. But if you have the mentality of, okay, I'm going to make the best move regardless of what is going on. I don't care if people criticize me for what I'm doing. I don't care if just a random person says something bad about the business that I'm trying to start. I'm doing this for myself, not for him. I'm not living my life to make him feel good. I'm living my life for myself. I'm not living my life for other people. If he tells me that this business model is stupid, I'm not going to listen to him. I'm going to listen to myself because I'm doing this for me, not for him. I'm living my life, not his life. If he thinks that, me dressing in a certain way is like not cool or something, well, I don't care about him, I care about myself. If I like how I'm dressing, that's how I'm going to dress. I'm not going to dress according to the other person. I'm going to live my life in my way. And the way of the mentality that you should have to perceive things is that regardless of what people tell you, regardless of what disadvantages you have, like let's say you live in a Christian country and you're a Muslim, or you are black and you live in a white country. That doesn't matter because you still have the same opportunities. Yeah, maybe some things will be different for you, but you can still do the same thing and you can still make the best move regardless of what your skin color is or what your religion is, because ultimately this will not really matter that much. And also it doesn't matter what your background is. Like, I don't care if your great great grandfather was a slave, like you will still be, you still have the same opportunities today. Like, your background doesn't really matter for what is happening today, and you shouldn't play this kind of a victim card where because of your background you should get something for free. No, you're just like everyone else and you have to work just like everyone else.
There are a lot of examples. Me personally, I cannot speak for them, but there are a lot of examples that show that. So, like Myron Gaines, Fresh and Fit, well, they're a great example. Um, but me personally, I cannot speak because I am not among any sort of type of category of that. So yeah, I don't know how it feels to be one of that type of category or situation. So I cannot really speak or share my opinion on it. But yeah, I'm not any like part of category that can say like they're a victim because of some historical situation or uh you know in the past. So I cannot really speak on that. But there are examples like Fresh and Fit who are perfectly fine made it. But they're in America, which this it's yes, there is maybe I guess some type of racism or anything, but it is not as how the I don't know. But for example, me, I'm a Filipino and I live in Spain. So uh, Spain colonized Philippines before, And because Spain went broke, they sold they sold us. They sold the land, the colony. So me living as an immigrant from there here, it's fine. Yes, some are being, how to put this, maybe mean sometimes, but I know I know as a person I'm better than them, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, after all, I don't think anyone will have different opportunities because of where they come from, or how they look, or what their skin color is, or what their religion is. I think everyone will generally, in most countries, have the same opportunity. Yeah, maybe you would
Some
encounter it.
cases,
Yeah, maybe
some
there will be
cases, yeah.
some cases where there is racism, or somebody, uh, I don't know, like people behave differently, but still that doesn't really take away from what you are able to do, because
Agreed.
you're still able to.
If you're a great person and you have good morals and standards, people will look at you the same way. If they get to know you, obviously.
Yeah, and to not limit you from doing anything. You are able to do what I am able to do, and there isn't really a difference. I can go to the gym 5 times per week. You can. I can start a business. You can. Doesn't matter how you look or who you are. Everyone can do it. It just matters how you view it. Because if you view it like, oh, I have this disadvantage, I cannot do this, well, then of course you're never going to be able to do something if you
Please try
think
your
that
best to
it's,
do it.
yeah,
And if you encounter some situations that you don't have control of, then, that's really um out of your reach to fix. So it's not your fault already.
yeah,
But it will be your fault for limiting yourself thinking that you won't be able to succeed something. Unless, if you're like, well, I think I can, so I'll go for it. Nothing's stopping me. And if something will happen on the road because it's out of my control, I cannot do anything about it. Skip, I'll try again. Move on. I cannot do shit about it. That's it. Yes, it hurts, stupid, it's fucked up, it's not fair. What can I do about it? Yes, I can speak publicly about it or whatever, point it out. Maybe get that person to rethink his, I don't know, life choices. He did something wrong, maybe, like, obviously. But as I said, I'm not really that part of a category that can really speak on that, so I'm not gonna get really deep into it because my opinion doesn't really validate in that situation. Um, but yes, so everyone can reach that mentality. Literally, everyone uh, can reach that type of mentality in terms of where you look everywhere, and you either see it as an opportunity to grow, or you see it as a moment where it will hold you back, or it will hold you in the same place and won't let you um, progress. For me, everywhere I look, everything I do, in the back of my head, there's always something playing. Man, you're being lazy. You're being lazy. Is this gonna help you to get closer with God? No. Is this gonna help you to achieve your goals? No. Is this gonna make you uh, mm, smarter and knowledgeable? No. So when I have the second thought, it's my instincts telling me, no, you don't need this in your life. That's it. Get rid of it. And obviously, God puts challenges in front of us to overcome. And when you don't overcome, means you're not ready yet. So He puts you more challenges. He's strengthening you, and well, that's more a religious way of looking at it. But again, not really. Well, I guess, but that's how it is for me, at least, because I look at everything I look at is it against what God says? Would He be proud of me doing this? Would He be okay with this? Would He be like, no, man, you're wasting your time here. Don't really need this. It's keeping you away from me. So that's how I look at it. Because me, I'm not. Well, nobody is a perfect Christian, so you know, I right now I'm battling my faithful journey. my faith. So trying my best to keep straight. But mentality comes for different people in different ways. For Ahmed, I don't know. He's religious. I know that for a fact, obviously. But I don't know how close he is with his God. I don't know how religious he is in his and how his faith is religious. But for me, Ahmed knows how much I try to be close with Jesus, because every time we speak, I speak about God most of the times, and
Yeah,
Ahmed knows that.
yeah,
It's because I know that's number one in life for me. I know it matters than more than anything, and because I know it does, I ha- I cannot just ignore and not act like it, because this will be just fake. It won't be real, and I know it is real for me. That's why I'm like this. Pretty much every episode out there, I do mention God in it, because I know God has solution to everything in my life and every obstacle there is, any obstacle. So this is why I say, for me, my obviously mentality in terms of things that I can actually fix myself, which is discipline, being not being lazy. Yes, I can fix that. Obviously, I can try my best. Okay, let's go. Start. Let's go. I can do this. Yes, in that case, obviously, uh, I can change things myself. I need to take accountability, understand that I need to be self-aware of things I'm doing. This is where your mentality comes in. People think it's okay. I've met this person. I'm not sure if she's gonna watch this episode or not, but she said how she wants to be rich and stuff like this. Um, and how she will want to spoil her husband, whatever. She wants to be, as a woman, she wants to be an entrepreneur and try to earn good money. Fair enough, good for her, I guess. Whatever. There are women who are entrepreneurs, good for them. Maybe she'll become one. But what I mean is that uh, the way her mentality and what her goals aren't compatible yet. Maybe there will be in the future. We had our dreams, right? But we weren't there yet mentally to start it, to start working on it, right, Ahmed?
yeah,
So for some people, it takes time more than us. We're lucky enough to start at a young age. You know, really lucky.
yeah,
Because if you look at other people our age, 17 to 19, uh they're not the same. They're not the same. Above 90% of people aren't the same as us in terms of mentality. It is clear as sky and ground. Like, that's how clear it is. And everyone who will disagree with me, well, please open your eyes and look how the fuck the world is right now, and average 17 to 19 year old guy looks like, and what he thinks, and what his moral standards are. Yes, you'll find a lot of people who think the same way as us. Of course, you will. Because there are a lot of traditional men out there
I don't
who
know if
have,
it's a lot.
I mean, in terms of comparing, I'd, I've met obviously a lot of people who are not traditional more than I've met more non-traditional guys more than traditional, obviously, but it's not a big difference. So obviously, I'll go and say for sure that majority of guys, at least our age, majority above 60, 100%, above 60%, are not the same. They don't think the same way as us. No way they do. So going back to my point, where that girl, how she wants to become rich, right? All of that stuff. Well, and then I told her, listen, the way you're acting right now and the things you're doing throughout the day, as I see from my perspective, will get you nowhere near to what you want in life. Nowhere near. The mentality you have, nowhere near. Yesterday I went on a run. She was like, running is not for me. Well, I was like, you know what? Running is for everyone, but not everyone can live their fucking ass off and not be lazy. That's the truth. Yes, I
Running
know.
is
I
not
understand. I
for
understand,
me
Ahmed.
though.
Understand, bro. I know. I had the same reaction, but I didn't stay that much in a state that you're right now thinking, what the hell is going on? Because I know it was pointless to be in the state, so I proceeded to fucking challenge. I proceeded to how to put this, put truth in front of her face, you know.
Well,
Um. Anyways, and the way she replied was, too bad. Well, you know what? It's her life. It's her plans in future to become rich, and obviously, I'm no one to tell her she won't be rich because I don't know if she would change the mentality or not. Who knows? Maybe she will. Hopefully, I pray. You know, I don't want people to stay in the situation as she is. No way, I want people to, because I want to help people, and I don't want her to be in the situation and mentally. You know, I do not
yeah,
want that for her. So I pray that she will change. Hopefully, I hope she will understand that with the type of mentality she has right now, with her denying and being arrogant, the truth, not being self-aware, is not gonna get her anywhere. She, not even, not even dreaming, whatever, you know. So I don't know what she's thinking, but I know for sure is that she gave up, kinda, and I don't want that for anyone to give up on their lives. This is the last thing I want for people.
yeah. But basically, you need to take accountability for what is happening in your life, and you need to not blame things on external factors. Like, for example, if you are overweight, don't say, well, I have this mental condition, I'm depressed, I have this health condition. Bro, if you eat less calories than you burn, you are going to lose weight. Like,
It's impossible not to.
it's
And I
impossible
don't have
not
if
to.
you, I don't care if you have slow metabolism. It does not matter.
Maybe it's going to be harder for you than for other
Obviously,
people, but that
but
doesn't mean
it's not impossible.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not impossible. It's completely possible, and you can literally do it. It is
You're just
not
thinking it's
impossible.
impossible. That's
Yeah,
it.
you are blaming it on something else that you cannot control, so that you can feel better for yourself for not taking action and trying to solve the problem. So you just take this victim mindset, and you're like, okay, this is happening to me. I'm a victim of this, and I cannot do anything about it. Well, no, you're the reason this is happening to you, and you can absolutely do something about it and change it. Now, maybe it's going to be hard, maybe it's going to be something that takes you out of your comfort zone, but that's the point. You need to do things that are hard in order to get what you want to get. Like, if you want to have good health and if you want to look good, you need to do something about it. You cannot just sit here and say, okay, I want to look good and I want to feel good, and it just happens. No, you have to do something. You cannot just sit here and pray for it or something. You need to actually go to the gym. You need to actually start doing sports or whatever. You need to start focusing on, if you want to look better, focus on what you can change about yourself. Don't
Hey,
focus
listen.
on,
Praying for it is not a bad idea. When you pray for something, God puts a challenge for you in front of you for you to overcome, and if you overcome it, you're gonna be more closer to that whatever you prayed for.
yeah, but I meant it
If
in
you
like,
overcome, yeah, it meant to like dreaming or wishing for
yeah,
it.
just
Yeah,
hoping for it, just that it
yeah,
comes out of nowhere. But that's not how it's going to happen. You need to
of
actually do
course.
something about it. And also, don't focus on things that you actually cannot change. You can change your weight. Don't pretend you cannot. You can change how you look to some extent. Like, some things you cannot change. Obviously, like, I cannot change how my nose looks. I mean, technically I could if I did a fucking surgery or something, but I cannot change how it looks. So I'm not going to look at my nose and think, okay, maybe if it was a little bit different here, it would look better, or or
Bro, no offense, it caught me off guard because your nose is big as shit. And you start speaking in your nose like, bro, at least he knows. Uh, sorry.
yeah.
Anyways, continue.
But the thing is, I don't think about it because I cannot change it. I don't.
Exactly.
I don't even notice it. I notice what I can change. I notice my hair. I notice if I styled it properly. I notice if I can get a haircut right now. If the haircut can make me better. If I can, find a better hairstyle. Uh, I
Bro,
don't
you
know.
walk up to a girl and she says, I'm not into short guys. And I'll be like, well, 5'6", fair enough. Short, but
Alright.
I'm sorry. It's not average, obviously, but a little bit below average. But the thing is, I'll call her fat. The thing is, you cannot be fat and you choose to be fat. And me, I cannot do anything about my height. So you know, you're a fat whale and I'm a guy who have self-worth. So that's something that my brother taught me. So you know, like whatever.
Well, yeah, don't focus on the things that you cannot change. I also like the things that I cannot change, I have just trained myself to not even think about them. Like, I don't even consider them. Like, how tall I am. Okay, well, I
I mean,
don't
to be
even
fair,
care.
you can do few
It is,
stuff naturally, but whatever, like 2-3 centimeters, that makes change. Yes, it makes change, but it's just a long process. I mean, few people manage to. So, you know what? Whatever.
yeah, maybe you can do some things about height specifically. But let's say if you
Most of
can,
the times, not really. There we go.
if, I don't know, you have a problem with your ears, like one of them looks a little bit weird, like Hamza, that YouTuber. Like one of his ears is kind of weird, but like he doesn't care because he cannot change it. Like, so it's like,
Unless he does a surgery.
maybe, I
It's
don't know.
stupid. Continue.
And like, don't focus on the things that you cannot do anything about, because obviously that's just going to waste your time and make you feel bad about yourself. Like, let's say,
Hmm.
I don't know, like, we gave a few examples. I think it's enough. If you have things that you cannot change, don't focus on them. Focus on the things that you can change, and don't pretend like you cannot change some things that you actually can. Like, you can actually change your weight. You can actually start going to the gym and get in a better shape, get in better health. You know, you can start making more money. Doesn't matter if your parents are broke. You still have, if you're watching this podcast, you still have really good opportunities because you have internet and you have a phone or a computer or something which gives you enough opportunities to start doing something and try to make money. And you can always get a job right now to make some money in order to, I don't know, get a nice apartment which you rent, and then get a computer, as you say, up some money, and then start doing something else in the free time after your job, and put that money in things that can help you. There's always a way out. Well, unless, I don't know, unless you're homeless. But even from homeless, you could still try to do something. Like, doesn't matter in what situation you are, there's always a best move. This is the mentality that you need to have. No matter what's happening right now, there's always a good and logical thing that you can do. Like, I wake up this morning, let's say I wake up and I feel tired, but like, what is the best thing I can do right now? Well,
Pray.
okay, pray is one thing. After that, let's say you can take a cold shower if that's something that you think is useful, effective. It doesn't matter if you feel tired, just do it. Like, you know that you need to go to the gym in order to become stronger and to get in a better shape. Well, that is the logical move, so just do the logical move. Because that is the best move that you have right now. And as long as you are making, you don't even have to make the best move. You don't have to have the workout of your life in order to progress. If you just make a good move, like if it's a decent workout, if it's like a 7 out of 10
It's still
workout.
something.
Yeah, even if it's like a 5 out of 10 workout, it is still getting you closer to your goals. And just constantly, when you're doing something, ask yourself, am I getting closer to my goals or am I getting further away? Like, always try to make a move that is at least good and that you will, like, when you're in the future and you look back at that thing and you think, okay, was this good or bad? You're gonna say, yeah, this was good and this helped me get to where I am right now. Make sure most of the things that you are doing make you say that in future, like, yeah, this helped me get to where I am right now. This was a good thing to do. Try to make as many good moves as possible, and don't, like, blame your inadequacies on other things. Like, um, for example, you are having like, you are not really progressing in the gym. Like, you want to lose weight but you're not losing weight, and you're like, it's because I'm depressed, or like because I have some disorder. Like, no, you're not losing weight because you're not, because you're eating more than you are burning. You have to burn more calories than you eat, and you will lose weight. If you eat more calories than you burn, then you will gain weight. So you can lose weight, and everyone can eat less calories than they burn. So like, blame it on yourself, not on something that you cannot control.
Also, you need to understand that the mentality it takes to do those stuff. Not everyone is gifted with acknowledging it and being ready for it. Because we can handle that mentality. Having this mentality isn't easy. And you know it, Ahmed. It is not easy to have this type of mentality. You live day to day acknowledging almost 60% of what you do is probably useless and it's hard to give it up most of the times, right?
Yeah.
You still do, obviously, because that's what we're supposed to do to become more mentally stronger, disciplined, not lazier, right? The thing is, a lot of people right now are not ready for it. We're an exception. You need to understand that, Ahmed. We cannot. I've realized that by speaking to a lot of people and trying to show them, this type of mentality. Try to be like, well, because, my mentality is like a law for me. For them, it's just an opinion. And when I show them, we're like, well, this is great, but meh. See, like, they're not ready. They don't understand it. Some people, you cannot force people to understand the way we do because they're not yet there. Simply, they're not yet there. They're not ready to understand it. They simply don't. Not yet. When we started trying to change our ways, did we get there to where we're right now mentally to understand the way we do and look at the things we do right now in few months like this? No. For me, it took a solid 1 year.
Yeah, but the thing is, it didn't happen randomly. Like, it
Yes,
wasn't like,
because
oh, I
I
have this
started
mentality.
acknowledging. I started acknowledging little by little, understood, yes, this is not what I need to keep doing. And for people, at least I try to wake them up. Like I speak to a lot of people, um, and I socialize, and I try to help them in some way. Obviously, I cannot help everyone. Not everyone are ready to receive the help. Not everyone want to be helped. Some of them are not there yet. They're not gonna understand you. They're not gonna understand me. And I realized that, and in some way, I kind of gave up on even speaking about these things to people. Except one thing is sharing the gospel and sharing the word of Jesus. I'll never stop doing that, obviously, throughout my whole life until I die. Um, but in terms of showing this type of mentality, and what we teach on our podcast, I kind of gave up because I've met maybe only one person or few who acknowledge what I'm talking about. They understand it, but they haven't yet that mentality yet. But they do understand what I'm talking about, and they're willing to start doing something. Those people are ready. Those people are ready to get into some type of action.
Yeah.
But
And
most of the people are not. Trust me, they're not, and this is why I I look at others and I'll be like, you know what, bro, I showed you what I'm talking about. I told you what I'm talking about. If you didn't acknowledge it, uh, too bad, I guess. You're there. You're not willing to. You don't want to. Maybe later in life, maybe in a year or half a year or 2 years, you will. Maybe not yet, but you for sure will. I'm for sure, people will do understand that at some point, but not yet. This is why it's a little bit sometimes even useless to explain those type of stuff. But we are showing this, and we will, because we're showing this for those people who are kind of ready, because people who watch our podcast understand and acknowledge the stuff we speak about. Because for people who don't acknowledge, they wouldn't even click on the video. They would be like, "What the hell is this?" Yeah, skip whatever.
yeah, well, what people need to know is that, of course, this didn't come instantly, and it wasn't like given to us, this mentality. Like, 2 years ago, or like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe even 1 year ago, it was not always the same. Like it changed throughout time as we learn things. It didn't just come instantly like this. Like we aren't gifted with this mentality or something. Like 3 years ago, I wasn't thinking in this way. I was thinking in a completely different way, and I would blame a lot of things
We were
on,
stupid.
yeah, on external factors, and a lot of things I would think I cannot change, but I actually can. And the mentality that I have today, and the things that I have in my brain today are completely different from what I had back then, and I have a completely different thought process. But this is something that changes with time, and you need to go through certain things in order for these changes to happen. To not just happen randomly, not just, be given to you in some way. No, you have to actually go through things in order to fix your mentality, and you have to learn things in order to do that as well. You have to learn things in order to change the way you think and other things like this. Just don't think that we are gifted in some way with this, because we were way worse in the past and we had completely different ways of thinking in the past.
If you would see me 1.5 years ago, you would not believe I'm the same guy.
Yeah, of course. It's like that for everyone. Like everyone was much different year and a half ago, or 2 years or whatever. As long as they're at least trying to improve themselves, at least making some change.
Exactly. So, the other part is that in terms of getting ready, you cannot skip that process. You cannot skip. It's impossible to skip it. It's part of learning, and getting ready. Um, the way I look at it is, I think it's the thing called maturing. It's called maturing and understanding a lot of stuff, and for people to change and start thinking in this way, like this, to have this mentality, it either comes from certain experiences in their life, or it's people, mentors, or somebody they heard talk about it and they were like, find this interesting or whatever, that pushed them that way, pushed them this way. Think about it. Hey, be careful. Maybe your eye will, get out and slip out of your head.
I don't know. It's
Eyeball.
just itchy here. I don't fucking know.
But yeah, for example, for me, it was a lot of factors that I saw throughout my teenage years. We're speaking from 12 years old up to right now. And those experience, like those stuff that me growing up in my teenage years that I saw, pushed me this way to think, okay, well, life isn't gonna get better unless I try to do something about it. You feel me? So I had no choice but to go this way. I grew up moving countries. I saw how peasants live in Philippines. I saw how rich people live in Abu Dhabi, in UAE, in Dubai. You know, the difference between the type of people. And now I've seen how people live in Spain. You know,
Yeah.
so different type of people, how they think. I saw a lot of type of people and the way they act, the way they think, the way they pursue and approach things as well. Not everyone obviously gets to have this type of experience. And I'm saying I'm so experienced, blah blah blah. I'm so crazy and stuff, whatever. I know a lot. No, I don't. There are a lot of people in my age even who know a lot more than me, for sure. So I'm not saying I'm all this way, but at least I have the mentality. That's something I'm very grateful. And you know, tough situation moments in life pushes you towards that, because it's not your choice to be this way. It wasn't my choice to be this way, because now how I look at everyone else, people my age, I realize, well, not everyone gets to understand certain things at such a young age as me. So I'm just thankful to God that he let me be this way and gave me the life I had to put me in the situation I am right now. So As I said, not everyone will be able to, but maybe you will get into some situations that will push you. The moment where you're maturing towards realizing the stuff and then acting on it, and then that's where your mentality starts building, right? The part where you're getting ready and the stuff that pushes you to understanding, well, this is not really working, I need to do something about it, right? This is the moment where we change, right, Ahmed? We didn't start right away training our mentality, or started thinking, oh wait, this is not it anymore, I need to change something. No, it's because something pushed us to do that, right? Somebody told us something that clicked in our head, and that thing that clicked in our head was because deep down inside we understood it. We understood what the person meant by saying certain things that pushed us this way. And for some people, it will be those situations in the future, not yet. So that moment where you're realizing that you need to change something, you will never be able to skip it and train your mentality this way. There will always be some certain factor that will put you in a situation where you will think, okay, no, this is not working, I need to change something about this. I need to change something in my life. I need to change this the way I think. I need to change uh, something. I need to start doing something in my life. I need to fix it. I need to fix my life. I need to be more disciplined. I need to not be lazy, start working on myself, some improvement. And that type of mentality does not come to everyone right away. Because, as I said, I'm repeating already, it takes something to make them think and realize it, something that clicks in their head. And those stuff are usually for people who understand.
Yeah. Well, let's move into something a bit more practical that will actually help the viewers, and it is on how to build mental toughness, which is important because, like as we said, it doesn't come from once. You need to do certain things in order to get changes in your mentality, in order to be more mentally tougher. So something that is incredibly important is to isolate your emotions from your decisions and from your actions, because there is a difference between what you feel and what is real, and you need to look at more what is real than what you feel. So yeah, you might feel tired, but the thing is, like the reality is, if you don't go to the gym on the day that you're supposed to go to the gym, you get further away from your goal. And you have to look at the reality other than, how you feel and what you want to do and what you like to do. Like, if you need to go to the gym, you have to go to the gym. Doesn't matter how you feel. If you need to go work or do something to make some money, or however you make your money, well, doesn't matter if you want to do something else, because you need to do this. And it makes sense to do this. Like, when you look at it logically, it will make sense to go and do the thing that makes you money, because it will help you in the future. Like, the more money you have, the more freedom you're going to have. Like, if you feel like you want to play video games, well, okay, yeah, you feel that way, but the reality is this is not going to help you in any way, and it is like, you shouldn't take the actions based on the emotions. You should take the actions based on what is going to help you, what is going to make your future better. So try to, as much as possible, isolate the emotions that you feel from the actions that you take, because there are things that must be done. And even if you feel like doing something else, if you have to do these things, just do them. And the more you do them, the more easy it will become to do that.
Uh, yes. So you feel like not going for a run, for example, for people who follow me on Instagram, who watch my who watch us here, for people who follow me on Instagram, might have saw my stories and they were like, "Oh shit, okay." Like some people in real life know I work out, um, and some of them know I have a podcast. Recently, one of my friends, shout out to Cole, he texted me and he said, "Hey man, been listening to your podcast, bro. Hella inspiring." I was like, "Oh, you don't have a podcast?" I didn't know, because I didn't know our podcast spread in real life where I live. throughout my friends and my acquaintances and my people who I talk to and my friends. And apparently he did. I don't know how, but I'll make sure I'll ask him that whenever next time we meet up or we talk. But it did. So what was my point? Ah, yes. Mm, I didn't want to go for a run yesterday. I did not. I went for a 10-kilometer run for people who don't know. 5 there, 5 back. It's on my Instagram, whatever. You can search it up. I didn't want to go for a run. But because certain things push you to do it, you getting pissed off because you're lazy, that's one. For me, it was a little bit different. But the reason, I mean, the result that I ran for 10 kilometers, the result shows and the result matters. Doesn't matter how you do it. What gets you pissed off or what gets you motivated and dedicated to do your work, right?
Yeah. And
Unless
thus,
it's not something stupid and legal.
yeah. Also on isolating your emotions from what you do. Like, let's think about it logically. I feel sad.
Ahmed, emotions sometimes, if you put your emotions in the correct place and channel them in the correct way, then that's good ways of using your emotions. You should like also maybe learn to not eliminate your emotions, maybe put them in a way and use them that could help you.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, let's say I feel sad right now. Like, what will help me more? Sitting here and crying or going to the gym? Like, what
Of
logically,
course.
what's going to be better for me? Or like, I
You going to the
feel,
gym, of course.
I feel angry. Like, what's going to help me? Like, breaking the table or just working on something? Like, what's better logically? Of course, working on
Logically, if you're
something.
working, yeah.
Working on something, trying to, I don't know, make more money or whatever. Trying to, whatever the fuck you're trying to do. I don't care what you're trying to
Exactly.
do. Just do
This is what
something.
I meant. Exactly, this is what I meant. Yesterday, I got pissed off. Instead of me breaking something with my hand and then having scars on my knuckles, I went for a run.
You, like, just do something that is helpful. Just do something that is good for you. Don't just, that's what I mean when I say isolate your emotions from your actions. Like, do what is logical, not what you feel like doing. And the more you do that, the better your life is going to get. And this is something that you have to start doing in order to get better at it. It's not going to just come out of nowhere. You have to actually do it. You have to
Want
start
it, you
it.
need to do it. You
Yes.
need to push yourself to it.
You need to start it and you need to keep doing it in order to get that. And also about mental toughness, I want to give you what is now my favorite quote that I heard. I don't know how much time ago I heard it, but it is basically, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It is a quote by Seneca, who is a famous Stoic philosopher, or whatever you want to call it. If you don't know what is Stoicism, we might mention it in this episode later on. But basically, we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Basically, whenever you think of something, I think it's gonna be so hard. There's gonna be so many things on the way. It's gonna be so difficult. And in the reality, it's nothing close to that. Like, about going to the gym, like you think, I don't want to go to the gym. Okay, what does it take to go to the gym? Logically, well, stand up and walk to the gym and go in there and train. Like, mentally imagining the idea of going to the gym is way more difficult than actually doing it, because all it actually takes is just stand up and go there. Like, the mental imagination of how hard it is to do something, to record a video, well, it's not actually that hard. You just write down points that you want to go over and you press record and you talk about the points. Like, it's not actually that difficult. Learning about something like, I don't know, something you ought to learn or something you have to learn, or it's not actually that difficult. You just read the thing, take notes while reading it, then you read the notes, you revise, and then there you go. You just learn the thing. It wasn't that difficult. Things are way more difficult in your imagination than they are in the reality. And the only way to overcome this imagination thing is to stop thinking and actually do the thing. Doing is going to get you way further than thinking. And even if you don't do it perfectly, even if you don't do it that well, we still did something more than just sitting there and thinking about it. Like if I just sit there and think about, oh, it's gonna be hard to study for this test, like, it's gonna be so hard, maybe I'm gonna fail the test. Or if I actually go and study, I have a better chance of not failing the test than to just sit there and think, oh, but it's so hard and I might fail the test. If I go and study, I have way better chance of not failing the test and actually learning something. If I just sit here and think about how hard it is, or if I go there and study, like which one is going to give me better results? If I go and study. So stop thinking and actually do the thing that you want to do. Stop thinking about the thing and do the thing.
Called laziness. And for some people, it's very hard. Get your balls and start doing the thing you need to do. It's me telling that to myself. So yeah. But yeah, obviously, about building mental toughness is little by little when you do the things you don't like, you're gonna get used to it, so it won't be that hard anymore. And you're gonna add more, little by little, little by little. This way you grow discipline and the mindset. So yeah. Overcoming negative thoughts and patterns. Oof. So this one's I'm very familiar with, in my opinion. Um for me it's bad habits, for example, right? And the patterns, the mental, the way the thoughts go and where they lead you. Once you know it starts, that one thought that will start a whole chain, a whole domino effect of thoughts create, like building up. One thought leads to another, and that thought leads to another, and you already know that pattern because you went that way already before. That leads you to into a bad place, or into doing a bad habit, or you being lazy, or you being not disciplined enough, right? When you know it, when you know that thought, you can identify it. It's really easy. You know that one thought. Everyone knows that one thought of identifying that one thought that will break everything that you've built. Okay, not everything. It won't break everything, but it will build. It will break you in that moment, and will keep you lazy, or it will keep you in a bad situation, or it will make you do something stupid. So once you notice that one thought, you need to, how to put this? For me, it's I'll give you an example. For me, it's, for example, lust. One thought appears. I will, no, 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 no. We're not going that way. No, 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 we're not going that way. We're going this way instead. We're gonna go read the Bible. That's it. That's it. Forget. Forget. Open the Bible, read. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You need to recognize a thought, eliminate it. There's the devil in here, the Satan telling you to mess up, man. But yeah.
Well, you have to, whenever you get a negative thought, like whatever you take as a negative thought, doesn't matter what it is. Like as we said, the reaction of things, or if it's just something bad that you think about yourself, or you think about something that is going to be really hard to do. Well, stop. Train yourself to, whenever you get a negative thought, stop. Whenever you get a negative memory of something bad that happened, stop. Do something else. Like, for example, I get a bad thought. Okay, fuck this. I don't give a fuck about what happened 5 years ago. No. And I start shadowboxing or something. I don't. Bro, like, just stop. Stop thinking about that. Do something. Distract yourself in some way. Start doing shadowboxing. Start doing push ups. Start thinking about something else. Like, for example,
Go
this,
cook. I don't know.
the best analogy ever about this that you can think about. I call it the memory bank analogy. So let's say what your brain does by default. Imagine there's a bank of your memories where they store memories, and you go to the person that was there and you're like, give me this memory. And that's the memory that appears in your mind. So if you're getting a lot of these negative ones, well, just think about it. You're going there to this person that works at the bank, and you're always getting the negative things. Well, stop. Take control. Stop. Say no. Stop giving me the bad things. Give me some good things. Give me some good memories. Give me some good things that I did. Okay, give me some times when I did something really good. When I got an award for something, or when I went to the gym 7 days in a row, or when I went for this 10 kilometer run that I did, or like when I had this amazing workout, or whatever it is. Just start getting these things from the bank. Don't get the negativity that makes you feel bad. Start getting the good things from the bank. Like, why would you consciously think about something bad? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you do anything good. Think of good things. Take the good things out of your brain. And whenever you start getting a bad thing, either just instantly throw it away and get a good thing, or throw it away and start doing something that is going to eventually be a good thing. Like, I don't know, just go outside and run, or go and, I don't know, buy something that's like buy chicken and potatoes or something, so you can make a nice meal for later, and you can, be healthier and eat healthier. Or go to the gym, distract yourself with something, do some push-ups, do a workout, watch a podcast, do anything that is going to distract you from having these bad and negative thoughts, because once you start getting into those bad and negative thoughts, it's going to like, you're gonna fall into this state where you're like thinking about bad things for 10 minutes straight and it doesn't benefit you in any way. So instantly, as it starts, start doing something else.
Of course. For those people who think, why am I glasses reflecting something new coming up on my screen, is because I'm looking at the points we're making. I'm not actually not paying attention. Okay, you thinking I'm being lazy,
He's
stupid,
not watching
doing something
TikTok.
stupid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. I'll screenshot. I'll screenshot. I'll send this to you, Ahmed. Whenever you can see for yourself.
Okay.
But yeah. So exactly, those negative thoughts, when they appear, Stephen Curry, triple. Exactly. Just yeet it out. I don't know. Open your phone. Go on Bible. I don't know. Just do something. Just do something. Do something else. Like, how to put this? Once that thought appears, stand up and go. Just stand up and go. Just go, man. Just go. Go for a walk, mate. Just go for a walk. Go
Just do
outside. And
something.
I don't know. Like it's like, just do something. Yes, hard to do sometimes, to force yourself and to get off your bed or chair or coach, whatever, and do something about it. Start doing something. Yes, I understand, but at the same time, you need to understand you cannot just sit there and do nothing about it. So go. And next thing on, we're gonna. Next thing we're gonna talk about is stoicism and mentality. I wanna go ahead and quickly yap about what stoicism is, or being stoic is doing something you need to do of regardless how you feel, basically. If you feel like you're don't want to do something but you have to do it and you go do it, that's you being stoic. If you need to go to work and take care of your family and you don't want to do that because work is pain in the ass, but you still go and you do your job because that's your duties, that's you need to do that because you're a man and you need to, that's being stoic. Stoicism is very good. And people who say stoicism is bad for men, I don't even want to speak on that. If people do think about that, man, they don't even deserve to speak on that. Bro, even they're gonna be like, hear me out. No, 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 I'm not gonna hear you out. Boom in the face right away. I'm not gonna hear you out. You're being stupid. There's nothing. Boom in the face straight away. If it's a girl, never mind. It's okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. If it's a guy, straight in the face, man. 180 slap. But yeah, stoicism, doing stuff you need to do regardless of how you feel.
Also, another thing about it is care only about the things that you can change and don't worry about what you can't change. So, for example, let's give a really obvious example. Like, let's say I go on Twitter and I see somebody who has a stupid opinion. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it because I cannot change his opinion. Like, he has this opinion, so I'm just not going to think about it. I'm just going to go past.
It pisses me off, yes. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot change the way people think.
Yeah, so like, I don't really care. I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's how he thinks and that's bad for him. Doesn't affect me. Or like, when you look at something that is going on, I don't know, something stupid that happens in a country. Like, I don't know, they have a stupid law for the people. Or like, doesn't affect me, so I'm not gonna think about it. I cannot do anything about it, so like, not even gonna think about it. Or, I don't know, unless something has a benefit for you, don't get into it. Like, I'm not going to get into an argument with somebody on Twitter unless I know, okay, when people see this, they're actually going to see that I'm smart and they're actually going to follow me and they're going to like me more. Like, that can be logical and I can do it for that reason. But if I just do it because I want to change his opinion, well, I'm not going to achieve that. So it doesn't make any sense to do it. Do things that make sense.
If
And
it's possible, it's possible, do it. If it's not possible, don't do it. That's it.
yeah, and if you can change something, don't really even worry about it.
Don't even bother, man.
And let's say right now you cannot do something, but in future you could. Okay, well, right now I cannot get a better house. In future I could. So right now I'm not going to think about getting a better house. I'm going to think about what I can do in order to start making money, in order to start making more money in future. I'm not going to think about getting the house. I'm going to think about what I can do right now, because that's what I can change. I can change what I'm doing right now. I cannot change what house I have right now, for
Forget
example.
about the past, forget about the future, forget about now. Sorry. Think about now. Think about the present. Live in the present. Change what you can, because changing what you can right now will affect your future.
Yeah, and always use logic. Always, whatever you're trying to do, make sure it's a logical move. And as I said, it doesn't have to be the perfect move. It doesn't have to be the best move. It doesn't even have to be a 9 out of 10 move. It can be just a 5 out of 10 move and to still move you forward. Because it's not negative. It's 5 out of 10. Okay, it's something. It's moving you forward. Just focus on doing things that are logical and that make sense. It is not logical for me after I come back from school to take a 3 hour nap or something. What is logical is to go to the gym, do my weightlifting workout, do my boxing things, and come back home. And after that, do something productive. I don't know, eat something healthy, drink some water, do good things, do research, learn something. Because recently, what I have been doing a lot is learning things, researching things, and actually forming my own opinions on things and trying to actually understand why I have certain beliefs, understand what beliefs I need to have, kind of working on my brain. Like, it's not my mentality, because my mentality, like, I already know what my mentality should be like. But I'm working on my brain and actually understanding the things that I'm thinking, understanding why I think certain things. And when you understand that, that actually makes you feel way more confident in yourself. Like, this is something that I want to mention. Like, once you understand why you like things and once you understand why you think certain things, why you have certain beliefs, it actually makes you more confident in these things. And how you can do that is either like you actually force yourself to think about, okay, why do I actually think this? Or you have a debate with someone, you argue with someone, I don't know, whatever it is, you go online and you search about the topic, or you go and you watch videos on that topic, and then once you understand why you believe these things, it makes you way more confident in your beliefs and makes you feel way better about the things that you're thinking.
A good example is debating or when you're being challenged about something you like or you believe, right? That's how you learn when you're being challenged about it. Um, for example, Cliff and his son, whatever. The two Christian guys who go around college campuses and debate with people, debate with students, you know.
Hmm.
I'm sure he didn't start like this, all smart and knows everything about Christianity. No, he probably started somewhere, and people would ask him maybe certain questions. He wouldn't probably know how to answer them, right? So each time, better, better, because you're learning more. You're being challenged. Oh, I don't know this. Hold on, I need to go back once I'm home. I learn because I've been challenged about something that is so important to me, and I couldn't answer the question. I need to go research. I need to go learn. So like this, you build a certain system. It could be your faith, it could be your work, it could be something you like, it could be your political beliefs, and other different stuff that are important. Obviously, if it's something stupid, why waste time? But
Yeah, that's how you're going to learn. Like, for example, like let's say about a religion, like me and you are debating, and I tell, okay, the Bible says this. Why does it say this? And you're like, I didn't know that it said this, and I don't know why. So let me go and see. Okay, this is chapter 3, verse 21. Okay, it says this. Why does it say that? Let me think. Let me research what do people say about this. Or like, let's say you and me argue about who you should vote for if you live in the USA, and I say Trump, you say Kamala, and I say okay, Trump is a better president because of this and this, and you ask me, or like, no, whatever, like you ask me why do you think Trump is a better president, and I'm like, well, I actually don't know why I hold this belief, so let me go and actually research. Okay, he has this policy, this thing, this thing. Kamala has this. Which one is better? Which one makes more sense? What? Who is going to act in what way? Like, what are they doing right now? What are they saying they will do? Things like this. Just when you debate something, you find out things that you don't know, and you will want to learn these things if you're debating a topic that is actually interesting for you. And most of the times, you will not debate a topic that's not interesting.
why is Kamala worse president?
Why is Kamala worse president? Well, look
A
at her.
quick, a quick one, a quick one.
A quick one. Okay. She has been in office for the last 4 years. As a vice president, in America has been in a terrible state economically and also immigration wise. There are more illegal crossings than before when Trump was president. The economy is much worse. She, like, two wars broke out while she was vice president and Biden was president, and they keep funding these wars. And if she is president, she will keep funding these wars for more time. And Trump wants to actually stop the wars, for example. And he will also, like, I can tell you 1,000 things, but this is like a very quick one that makes sense.
I mean,
And
it's true. She didn't really want to end the Ukraine-Russia war, which would bring a lot more issues.
and why did I know this? Well, because I have watched
Because
some debates online and I have seen things, and I'm like, okay, but why is she actually a worse president? Let's look into this. And I have asked myself, like without looking at anything even, I have asked myself, okay, why is Kamala a bad president? Why would she be a bad president? And think about it. And it's like, okay, this, okay, this. And why would Trump be a good president? Well, this thing, yeah, he's going to make this change, he's going to try to do this, he said he's going to do this thing. And you can't always believe what they say they will do, but it
until you
gives you,
see what
yeah,
happens, yeah.
but it still gives you an idea of where their
Somewhat,
mind is
yeah.
at.
The point is, whoever the president or whatever is, you acknowledging the stuff you believe and you talk about, you should have a reason that you believe in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, 6, no? No?
Yeah, 6 now. mentality in self-improvement is what I have called the point that I have on my list. And basically, why a strong mentality is necessary for progress. Well, because you not want to go to the gym every day, you not feel like you're making progress every day. You have bad days where you don't make as much progress. You have days where you are not motivated, and you have times when, let's say, if you're making videos online, there will be some haters talking bad things about you. And that's where your mentality comes in, and how strong your mind is comes in. So you need to have a bulletproof mentality. Like whenever, back in the day, let's say, a year ago, when I was making YouTube videos, maybe somebody would type a bad comment, like, I don't know, saying whatever, that I'm stupid or something, or I don't understand the game, and I'm gonna be like, okay, let's look at this person. Does this person make videos? No. Is he better at the game than me? No. Does he know more about the game? Well, no. So why does this person's opinion matter? Well, it doesn't. So, like, fuck him. I don't care. And when somebody tells you, like, I don't know, uh, your clothing, your clothes are bad. Like, your clothes are not good. You don't look good. Look at him and be like, okay, what clothes is he wearing? Well, he doesn't dress good. I dress pretty good. Well, why would his opinion matter to me? And let's say, well, it can be feedback as well. So like, don't always do it in this way.
Don't take feedback or certain things people tell you as an insult, rather than you can analyze. You can actually tell if he's insulting you or not.
Yeah,
If
you
he's
can tell.
insulting you, yeah, whatever. You can take back, whatever, forget, don't give a shit, whatever, keep talking, I cannot hear you. Or take it as a constructive criticism and get better. If someone tells you, hey, I don't, maybe you should look into other clothes, maybe you would find something new, don't be scared to try new stuff. You'll be like, you know what? Fair enough. I might.
Yeah, just think about what he's telling you. Is it stupid or is it actually like something reasonable? Like, if somebody tells you that you shouldn't go to the gym because, like, I don't know, without taking steroids you're not gonna achieve anything and you're wasting your time in the gym. Like, no, that's just stupid. You don't listen to that person because this person, like, he doesn't go to the gym. Listen to the people that go to the gym and to the people that tell you what the benefits are. Don't listen to the stupid person who has never went to the gym. Listen to, okay, these people say that it's going to help me with this, it's going to make me stronger, it's going to make me look better, it's going to make me healthier. Well, I should go. I shouldn't listen to this stupid guy that knows nothing about fitness and health. I should listen to the people that actually know and do what they say, not what this guy says. You shouldn't get affected by the people that are giving you negative things. You should, ignore those people. Ignore the things that are kind of like, mm, that are like the things that are blocking you on the way. Try to get rid of those things as much as you can, basically, and just have this mentality where nobody can change your thoughts. Like, if you have a belief, like, that is 100% you're sure in it about that belief. I'm 100% sure in my belief that going to the gym will make me more disciplined and healthier. Nobody can ever change this belief. No matter what you say, no matter what arguments you try to present, you cannot change this belief for me. And that's why you need to be confident in your beliefs, and that's why you have to debate things, and that's why you have to research things. Because that's how you build the bulletproof mentality. Like, nobody can change your thoughts on this. And when you know that you're actually knowledgeable in something, like before when I was making videos and I talk about a topic that I'm 100% sure in that what I'm going to say is correct, if I see a hate comment, like, I'm not going to care because I know that I'm 100% correct about it. That's how you have the bulletproof things.
So, yeah. You need to stand by your beliefs strong because they make sense to you. It's a fact. And because you see the results, obviously, no one can change your mind at this point already. It's impossible. They can say whatever they want to, but It's stupid. It's impossible already.
Yeah, when you have actually done a thing, like for example, if you haven't started going to the gym and somebody tells like it's not gonna help you that much, you're gonna be like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. But when you actually do it, you're gonna see the difference. And for example, like let's say I see online that if I start doing some boxing, like trying to learn boxing, I'm going to feel more confident. And somebody tells me like, nah, that's not really true. But like if I actually do it, I'm going to see if it's true or not. That's the only way to see. And when I do it and actually see that I'm more confident, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get more of this again bulletproof thing where it's like, okay, I have done it and I have seen it for myself. Like it is actually true. It is actually going to make me more confident. So what these people tell me about doing boxing, like I don't care. Like if somebody tells me it's stupid or that it doesn't help, like this thing wouldn't help you in a street fight or something, I'm gonna be like, you're fucking stupid. I don't care what you think. I see it for myself.
Knowing something and knowing nothing better than knowing something. Did that make sense?
Kind of.
Knowing something is better than knowing nothing. There we go.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't care if people say like taekwondo, oh, you cannot really do kicks and street fighting. At least I can do something and you cannot. So shut up.
Yeah.
So point 7, mentors and role models. Um, there's a point which we wrote here is inspirational figures who, push you, like sometimes, they push you in a way. Yes, it's good. You can use that as motivation. But in my opinion as well, you should not worship them. You should not put them as your idols. There's human as you, by the way. Just remember.
Yeah.
Even Tristan Tate spoke about it the same way. When you meet somebody important, do not put them on a pedestal. They're same as you. Because if you put them on a pedestal, they're gonna treat you as somebody as that who is lower themselves. They're gonna look at you from up to down.
Yeah, you can look at the things that are better about a person and how he got these things because you can be realistic about it. Okay, this guy is a better boxer than me. Okay, let's say, I don't know, whoever in the fuck. Let's say a professional boxer. Let's say Dimitri Bio, because I have the same style as him. Let's say in boxing. So I'm gonna be like, okay, he's much better than me. I'm going to not be like, oh my god, he's so good. I'm gonna be like, okay, how did he get that good? Like, what? How does he think about this? Let's go on YouTube and let's see some videos of him like explaining his style, like why does he do certain things, how does he do certain things, how does he train, like what exercises does he do, you know how does he do his shadow boxing or his bag work. And when you look at all these things, you're going to learn from that, and that's going to help you improve in these things. And in terms of mentality, you can look at people that are successful and you can look at what they say about mentality, what they can teach about your mentality and your mindset. And
You look out for something that could help you. You look
yeah,
at something that you can learn from.
something that you can
There we go.
use. Yeah, something that you can use. When you see somebody that is better than you at some things, or better than you at most things, try to learn from them. Don't be like, okay, they're so amazing, I'll never reach this level. Be like, what can I learn from that person? What can I apply to my own life in order to become better at something which he's better at? Like, if he's making more money, what can I apply from his methods that I can use in my life so I can make more money? Don't be like, oh my god, I cannot achieve what he has achieved. Yeah, maybe you will not achieve what he has achieved, but you can take something away and you can implement it and you can make your own situation better.
Or maybe you can achieve.
Maybe you can go past, but
Who knows? Go for it. So try. Maybe you will.
yeah,
Better trying and knowing if you can than having the regret of, man, I could have been better actually. Just having this regret of not trying. So yeah,
yeah,
the other part is, you know, those mentors, how they shaped your mentality in a way, but also look at a different way because for other people, it's not only people who push them to think that way. Sometimes it's also certain situations in life, experiences that made them realize few things, in certain situations that they were, and they realize, yeah, I need to work on myself. I need to start doing something, all of this. I need to change my mind. That's it. I need to do something about this. So it can be certain people that kind of wake you up. For some people, it was Andrew Tate. For a lot of people, actually, a lot of people. Certainly for me, he was. He made me. Before, I thought bad of him because one of my friends bought Hostos University for $50 for a month, and, and I was like, man, this is stupid. You're gonna get scammed, pyramid, whatever scheme. And I started looking more into it. I was like, you know what? This guy speaks facts. And I realized it made me realize a few things, and I was like, okay, never mind. True. So, and then a few experiences in my life made me realize as well that, yeah, you need to change, my guy. Come on, lock in. That's it. We're switching now. No more going back. It's dead. You will not be able to live the same way because you will have this feeling. Yes, man, I need to change, but I'm not changing. I cannot live this way anymore. I, I can't. I'm not gonna. I cannot go back. It's impossible. I will never go back because it's simply impossible. I cannot drop down to the level anymore. It's impossible. It's not. It's not possible anymore because of this mentality I have. It's just simply impossible. That's it. I will always feel this way that I'm doing something like lazy and I need to fix it because of the truth. I cannot avoid it anymore. I cannot live in this environment and not realize and not be self-aware and not be aware of that I have a bad environment. I cannot live like this anymore because I have this mentality. I cannot get rid of it. I cannot get rid of the things I already know. That's it. It's impossible.
Yeah, once you know why you have the things and you're competent enough in certain things, you're gonna not get influenced by outside stuff. Like, for example, when you really know something, like whatever. I have given so many examples that I can't even think of different examples at this point. But when you are confident in something, when you know that what you're doing is the correct thing to do, the outside opinions will not matter, but you need to actually research and actually think about, okay, why is this the right thing to do? Why is this the move that I need to make? And once you know exactly why, the outside things are not going to matter and they will not change your opinion because you know why you're doing it. And the opinions that you get from the sides, they will not change what you know because you already know the thing. Like, those people are all wrong and you're correct about what you're doing. So, just don't get affected by random people talking random things when you're the one who knows. If you're the one who knows, their opinions don't matter. So you need to actually know in order to be confident in your things and actually have this bulletproof mentality where you don't get affected by anything. And it will also take time and to also take practice, and you also need to kind of convince yourself like, okay, I have this mentality where I cannot fail, where I'm going to
I'm unstoppable,
succeed.
bro.
Yes, I'm unstoppable. Nobody can stop me. You know, just have that type of mentality. Maybe look at some people who have that mentality, look at the way they talk, look at the way that they behave, and try to kind of implement that and, kind of get these thoughts and kind of like try to tell yourself something like whatever. That Mike Tyson thing where he says like this interview, like I'm not even sure exactly what he says in that interview, but like where he has this fucking thing where he's saying like I'm gonna eat his children and whatever. Like the things that he says before that, the things he says before that are
I
like
don't remember.
really interesting and really good. Like I'm the most like he used very complicated words. I cannot repeat it. I'm gonna pretend like I can. But yeah, he had a like you can look at different people talking different things and you can kind of like play that in your head and feel more confident about it and kind of get a better mentality. And just once you start thinking of yourself as somebody who cannot get influenced by other people and somebody who is you know um, with a bulletproof mentality, you're automatically going to get better as soon as you think of yourself
Yes,
as that.
yes, yes. It's a formula that has been applied to your life and you cannot get rid of it. That's it. That is it. Once you have this mentality, you have nowhere there's no way of going back.
Yeah,
Sometimes like you might think, ah bro, it was so good to live before lazy, you know. You didn't really acknowledge it and it was so easy to live in this comfortable failure of life, delusion, how easy it was. But I would never want to go back because I have know so much that has changed me, right? I would never want to go back. And it's impossible that I would go back even if I wanted to, simply because I know something that I cannot get rid of.
yeah. And for example, like you're addicted to TikTok and you get rid of that, and now you get addicted to boxing, and you're like, okay, I cannot stop boxing. Like it's not
That's it.
possible.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Now
man.
you're addicted to boxing. Now you're gonna be doing this all the time.
It's same with me in Taekwondo. Before I didn't really like it, but I started doing it and I realized this is boom, like I could do things certain like wow, discipline, Taekwondo is discipline. It's the way of doing things.
Yeah.
And it's amazing for me. I love it, and now I think of it, I would never stop doing it.
Yeah. Well, anything else on this?
Knowing few things will unlock a lot more things that you can learn. For example, me unlocking martial arts made me realize, oh, I want to try kickboxing, which I will for sure in the future. Maybe not yet, but I will for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that was episode 16 of the 7 Ahmed podcast. Talked about mentality, the definition of mentality, what does it mean, basically, how you perceive things and how you see things and how you think of things. We talked about that you shouldn't have the victim mentality, you should have the mentality that everything is in your control, you take accountability and you take action on things. Talked about how to build mental toughness, you know, caring about what is logical and what you need to do, not caring about your emotions, just getting out of your comfort zone, using your discipline. That's how you're going to build mental toughness by actually doing something. Overcoming negativity, just don't think of negative things. As soon as you think of something negative, just stop, start doing something else. Shadowboxing, push ups, sit ups, jumping jacks, whatever you want to do. Running, walking, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. Anything. Stoicism, how you shouldn't care about things you cannot change, and how you should do things that you need to do regardless of how you feel. And your emotions don't matter as much as logical moves. Try to make at least a good move. Try to aim for the best move, but at least do a good move at all times. Get closer to your goals, not further. Do good moves. Mentality and self-improvement. You need a good mentality in order to improve, and you need to know why you believe things in order to not get affected by stupid people's opinions. And also, find mentors and role models. Find somebody with better things than you so that you can learn from them and improve in that way and see what mentality they have and try to implement some things from that to yourself. So basically that was it for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, if it helped you in some way, if you learned something new, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe to our channel to not miss out on any upcoming episodes.
And share this podcast to somebody who you think might actually wake up.
Thank you for watching.